Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us. For this special figure showcase we're going to be looking at some Autobot micromasters, more specifically the Monster Truck Patrol. Before we get started, I'd like to dedicate this video to London Potter, as I know she sometimes watches some of these videos with her dad, so I hope that she likes this very much. Here you go London, this is for you. So, as I've said, these are the Autobot micromasters, and these were actually released as part of Series 7 in 1990. Of the Generation 1 continuity of toys. So I had a couple of Micromaster sets when I was a child, but I didn't have any of these, and it's probably because this is like the real tail end now of the Hasbro continuity of figures. So this is right at the very end. They didn't really make much more after this, and as I say, in Hasbro's books and all the guidebooks, the Generation 1 continuity for them stopped in 1990. So we've got 4 in front of us, and the green one is Big Hauler, the orange one is Heavy Tread, the blue one is Hydraulic, and Slowpoke is the yellow. Now of course with the Micromasters their transformation was very basic. Some people liked them, some people didn't. Again, I thought they were okay, but as I've already said, I didn't actually have these when I was a kid. The things to look out for with these, and if we just get rid of the glare, see there's a big screw, well not a big, but there's a silver screw in the middle, and you get this on pretty much all of them. That's where they're all held together, so if this is corroded it of course doesn't look good, and it can make it look shabby, and it can actually ruin the rest of the figure. All the wheels as well, they've all got metal stoppers to stop them falling off, so all them, so you need to be aware. That's the main thing really with Micromasters, just the fact that they do get corroded as easy as they do. If we have a quick look at them, as I say, the transformation is super basic, but the articulation with them is funny because you do get the movement in the arms on them all, and that does end up being part of the transformation. And of course the transformation is very simple. It's just like a 2-step movement. These are incredibly stiff because I think this is the first step. I've transformed them obviously from the vehicle into the robot mode, but never the other way back. They've just been sitting. Can we get him to zoom in? There we go. You know, they've even got detail on the faces, which is good for how small they are. If you see any sort of blue residue on it, it's because it was blue tack from where they've been standing on the shelf. Like I said, I've not even transformed these guys apart from out of their original packaging into these modes, but as you can see, transformation process very simple, but they look cool. They do look cool, and of course, as I've just said, you know, Hasbro have started doing Autocara as part of the new Generations lines. They've started to remake the Action Masters with a teeny bit more articulation, a little bit more detail. Not Action Masters, Micromasters, with more articulation and more detail. But there, these big screws, that's the things that you're looking out for. They really are important, otherwise they just don't look nice at all. Got a little bit of movement there on the back, which is good, but there they are, all transformed. Of course, when they're in robot mode, you can tell that they're trucks. They've got huge wheels either side of their legs and their arms, but the main thing for this was, yes, they were really basic, but they were so much fun because at the time, you had all the play sets. I've done a video on Countdown. I'm going to be doing one on Ground Shaker soon, and Skyhopper, etc. But yeah, you had all these little very basic transformations, but the purpose of them was, as I say, to use and combine. Not as in combine like the combiners, but to use them with the play sets, and it just really worked, and exactly like it is doing now. You know, of course, with all the new Siege, Earthrise, etc., they're doing the same. He's not going to stand because it's carpet. Oh, there he goes. And you know, you're just building the play sets up, combining them all together, and it is really good fun. So well done to them for bringing them out. Let's have a look at some of the packaging then. So we've got, ironically enough, I don't have one English one, so this is a Spanish version. See there, we've got the Spanish writing, and there we go, they're all packed in nicely. If we spin it round, there is the confirmation of the names. I did actually get them right, which is good. And there's some other advert for some other of the Micromaster Patrols. Again, if you've not seen these before, this was the very tail end of Generation 1, so these weren't, I suppose they weren't very readily available. They weren't everywhere. You didn't see these in all your shops. That might be why you're missing them and didn't get to see them. The other one I've got here that's boxed, this is a dual Dutch and French language. So we've got French language and obviously Dutch, like I've just said. And this card's a bit bigger for that reason. Can you see there? Yeah, it's just a, if I pick them both up, I'm trying not to damage them. It's about a centimetre or so bigger. and that must be for when we turn it around. Yeah, there we go. It's because we've got the dual language, one at the top and one at the bottom of the descriptions of the robots. But there we go. So this was, I know they're very basic, that's why I've not gone to town and done a huge video. Showed you a couple of different types of packaging. Unfortunately, there were no battle scenes on the back of this. It was just more used as a advert or a catalogue for the other ones that were available. But I hope you enjoyed looking at them. Some of you may not have seen them for the reason that I just said. They were very, very late in the release date of the Generation 1 figures. And of course, yeah, this was especially for London, and I hope that she liked it. And for everybody else who keeps watching and sending in suggestions, keep your subscription button pressing, your likes, all your suggestions, all the videos, and of course, please do take care.